going into the season, the Knicks are a team that had a lot of expectations because last year they improved a lot with them making the fourth seed. Of course, they lost in the first round, but they ended up making the fourth seed, making home court advantage, and they ended up putting the Knicks back on the map. And everybody realized that the Knicks are back. And then this offseason, they ended up adding Evan Fournier, who's a shooter slash scorer, and fits perfectly with this team. And then they ended up also adding Kemba Walker, who is the hometown hero from New York, coming back to where it all started. And he's also a former All-Star. And then they ended up also bringing back Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel, the players that helped them last year make that big run. And then you add their two rookies with Quentin Grimes, Miles O'Brien, and all that just to pair up with your all-star player in Julius Randle, who just had a most improved player year last year. He won the award, had a really good season last year, made his first all-star game. And then you had RJ Barrett, who also had a really good season last year, and also add them with Emmanuel quickly, Obi Toppin, like guys like that. But so far this season, they have been one of the major disappointments in the league, and you can kind of attest that to a lot of things, whether it's Julius Randle putting his thumbs down and telling his own crowd to shut up because he's playing terrible mostly the whole season, and especially in that game he was playing god awful. Or whether it's Kemba Walker all of a sudden getting benched because Tom Thibodeau doesn't like that. He can't have him in games because he can't stick a lick of defense. So you guys know the Knicks are a defensive-oriented team at first before anything. And if Kemba can't stick defense, then he should not be in the game. Or whether it's Evan Fournier only playing good when he's playing the Celtics. Evan Fournier has had multiple 30, even 40-point games against the Celtics. But against anybody else, he's been playing like trash. He's been getting benched a lot. And the Knicks have just been bad as a whole unit. But lately, they have turned it around a little. And a big part of that to me is RJ Barrett regaining his confidence. Starting off the season, RJ Barrett was one of the bad stories because he was playing terrible, shooting terrible, averaging 14.6 points, 6 rebounds, shooting 39 from the field. I'm saying it again, 39 from the field, while also shooting 32 from 3 after just coming off a year where he shot 41 from 3. And also shooting 69 from the free throw line, which still hasn't changed. But ever since the last 2 months, the Knicks have been 11-20, and a big part of that is RJ Barrett getting his confidence back. In that stretch, he's been averaging 20 points, 5.7 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 43 from the field, and 38 from 3. While shooting, like I said, 68 from the free throw line. But that's the great thing about the Knicks. Now they're winning more, and I think they're winning more is because they're putting the ball in RJ Barrett's hands. Going into the season, he felt like he kind of had to step back a little bit because you got to bring Kemba on, who's an all-star player, a proven player, so we got to get him his shot. Same thing with Evan Fournier, a proven player, not an all-star type player, but he's a proven player, so we got to give him his shots. And then you also got Julius Randle, who's an all-star, so you definitely got to give him his shots. RJ Barrett felt like he had to take a step back because he is the odd man out on that role. And if you watch Knicks basketball in the beginning of the season, RJ Barrett, all he was doing was spot-ups and taking the ball in transition as far as on a fast break. But other than that, it's just straight spot-ups. He never really had the ball in his hands. And with him not having the ball in his hands, he can't really do what he needs to do. But ever since a month or two ago, when they benched Kemba, when they started putting Evan Fournier on the bench a lot more and putting the ball in RJ's hands, he's been hooping. So basically, the whole purpose of this video is for me to show y'all these highlights that I'm about to break down of RJ Barrett just going crazy. So let's get straight into it. So in a lot of these highlights, you're going to see he has the ball in his hand most of the possession. He's able to do what he needs to do. RJ Barrett come out of Duke. What we knew is he's elite at attacking the rim, and he's also capable of playmaking. I wanted him on my Cavs because I feel like we had Colin Sexton at the time. Colin Sexton is not really a playmaker, but he can do it at some time. And I feel like RJ Barrett is a decent playmaker that you could have put next to Colin back in those days, back into 2019 and 2020. No, it was 2019. But he hasn't really shown that a lot since he's been in the NBA. But in some of these highlights, you can still see he has the ability to play make. So let's break this down real quick. We're going to start right here. Right here, this is attacking the rim on his left side. RJ Barrett, if you don't know, he is heavenly. He uses his left hand all the time. He doesn't go right. That's all he uses is his left. Alright, they played the Cavs the other day, and Austin Carr and our announcers, all they could talk about is him going left. But look, Tagging the left side, going off of his shoulder. His hip. Easy finish for him. Left hand finish. Easy for him. And we got one right here. This one, using his footwork. This is actually a really good move. It was actually really good defense by Moses Brown. But he gets to the paint, decides to use his footwork. Then go straight up, which he could have did, but that is a shot blocker right there. So he most likely would have blocked that. If he would have went straight up right here and took another step, he most likely would have blocked that. So he stopped, used his footwork, fade away, tough finish. Tough finish. And that's just showing his confidence because he doesn't really do that a lot. He doesn't really, when he's going down low, he's going up for a leg. But he decides to use his footwork there and it paid out. Really good move by RJ. Really good move by RJ. And we got one right here. Right here, this pick and roll with, I believe this was a Julius Randle pick and roll. Nah. Mitch Robinson, same person. Pick and roll, pop. Top of the shot clock. Well, in the middle of the shot clock. Easy shot. Talk to the bench a little bit. Just showing you his confidence, man. RJ, I can tell in the beginning of the season he didn't really have that much confidence because he was playing with so many other great players that he had to kind of take a step back. And that kind of hurt his game. This is the pick and roll with Julius Randle. Julius Randle came straight to him, finding him, coming out the pick and roll, pop, get to a shot, and it was contested. Still hitting the shot. And that's at the top of the shot clock. Great shot by RJ. Great shot right there. Then we got one more right here at 350. I don't even have to do anything. This one right here at the end of the shot clock. Side step, I believe. No, this was not the side step, but this is at the end of the shot clock right here. Boom. What? Yeah, I got my highlights messed up. That was at the top of the shot clock. Look at that shot. Easy shot for RJ. Then we got one more right here. He noticed a mismatch. Not this one. That's a little bit of a shot. That's scary pick and roll. But notice a mismatch. I don't know how they had Jalen Brunson guarding RJ. RJ is a really strong player. That's what we know him for being strong. Put him in a post. Got to the middle of the court where he wanted to go at. Easy shot. Didn't really have to worry about nobody contesting the shot. Everybody was kind of spread out. Easy shot for RJ. And we got one more right here at 5:30. Right here, we got him shooting a 3, which is something that he's been doing a lot better lately. Like I told you guys, he's shooting it 38% from the 3 as of late. In the last 20 games, he started off terrible, shooting 28, which is really bad on. But this one right here, easy pull-up 3 at the end of the shot clock. Had the confidence to take that shot, not do anything else with it. And then we got the last one right here. End of the shot clock. I don't know why they were still in the game. Why is RJ, Julius Randle their all-star? The player that they just paid $74 million. Him and RJ, why are they in the game when they're up 20? Like, come on now. That's weird. But look at this shot. This shows you his confidence, man. This is a shot I've never seen RJ take. A side step 3. All net. What? Beautiful shot by him. Beautiful shot. Now, looking in the future for RJ Barrett, some things that I would love to see is him go right more, learn how to develop it right. And he's not the only one that has that problem. Julius Randle has the same problem. They both don't go right. They're left dominant. That's all they do is go left. That's one thing I would love to see him add, and just consistently add that jump shot. I feel like down the years, he should be the star for this New York Knicks teams. I still think he has star potential, and I love the way his confidence has looked as of late. And hopefully, he ends up this season playing the same way he's been playing. And hopefully, he can end up in the most improved player race because I feel like he's been playing really good, bro, with this newfound confidence that he has. And it's helping the Knicks out a lot. They started off terrible, and now they're 11-20 in their last 20. And I think they're the 9th seed as of late when they were literally not even in the play a couple weeks ago. So shout out to RJ Barrett. Tomorrow, I believe we have a Jokic video. I kind of wanted to do that video a little bit different. I was kind of a little bit all over the place in the video, so bear with me. I'm trying to learn this YouTube thing. It's hard. It's just hard sticking the script. But other than that, man, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. What?